The Eastern Conference Finals are finally here. Celtics, Heat. I'll say that I told you so on that one though. What's up everybody? Thank you so much for checking out this episode of All In with Ashley Nicole. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of the new episodes. And while you're at it, check me out on social media and hit that follow because I post some pretty cool things on there that you won't see on YouTube. The Eastern Conference Finals are finally here. Celtics, Heat. I'll say that I told you so on that one though. This series is going to be filled with so much nostalgia. I mean, these two teams have a lot of history. And although it's not 2012, it's really cool to see the new generation of these franchises make their mark in the history books. So what can we expect ahead of tonight's Game 1? Well, here's my top 3 list. First, coaching. One of the reasons I think that this series is going to be so competitive is because the two head coaches that we're dealing with are very similar and have a lot of similar accomplishments. In his 12 years as head coach, this is the 5th time Erik Spoelstra has led Miami to a conference finals, doing it 4 consecutive seasons from 2011 to 2014 with the super team of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. And while Miami is far from that two-peat big three, Coach Spo has done an incredible job with this young core group of guys centered around the nucleus of Jimmy Butler. Over in Boston, we can't forget about Brad Stevens because he has a pretty impressive resume himself. In his 7th season as head coach, he has led Boston to the playoffs 6 years in a row and the conference finals 3 of the last 4 seasons. His most recent big loss comes in 2018 against the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by no other than LeBron James. But what good is coaching if you're not scoring points? Which leads me to my second point, 3-point shooting. I've said this before about Miami. One of the things that makes them so dangerous and so difficult to defend is that at any given time, they have a handful of shooters on the court at once. The Heat are averaging 37 3-point attempts this postseason and are converting 38%. Former Celtic Jay Crowder leads the Heat in attempts per game, and Duncan Robinson has hit 280 3-pointers in just 88 games, the most in NBA history. But don't sleep on Boston when it comes to that 3-point game though, because led by Jaylen Brown's 8 attempts per game, the Celtics as a team are connecting on 34%. It is important to note though that defensively the Celtics allow the least amount of 3-pointers this postseason, holding their opponents to just 30%. All in all, shots will fall, lots of them. But don't get too comfortable in that because these two teams look completely different than when they met in the regular season. Which leads me to my third point. Boston beat Miami twice during the regular season. The Heat did not have the wings for Brown, and they certainly didn't have the answer for Gordon Hayward. But that was before the acquisition of Iguodala and Crowder. On Boston's side, Hayward's ability to contribute this series, if at all, is still day by day. And for Game 1, he won't play. Look, this is going to be a tough series. It's the conference finals. It's supposed to be. Both of these teams essentially are dark horses, with Boston taking down the reigning champs and Miami taking down the East's favorite to go all the way. We're going to get a series of 2 young teams who weren't supposed to be there. Me, I'm rolling with Miami in 6. Let the games begin. What's up everybody? Thank you so much for checking out this episode of All In with Ashley Nicole. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of the new episodes. And while you're at it, check me out on social media and hit that follow because I post some pretty cool things on there that you won't see on YouTube.